It's been 2 years. 2 years after when listener ended up taking over JC Jensen's company. Afterwards, when everyone found out that he was running it, all the humans pretty much objected. Well, they didn't actually continue it after when listener had to do something about it. After when he took care of the ones that object to the idea, the others who managed to survive his punishment all shut up and end up agreeing to it. As the drones saw listener as a god, he didn't like that. He told them that he wanted them to treat him equally, and as always, made sure to give them the righteous path to allowing them to live among the humans. Listener ended up making promise, and he kept that. And over the 2 years, the rule and the new changes actually had some ups and downs. Some humans who hated drones pretty much also objected, but all fell to the same fate like the others beforehand, and the others loved it. Let's just say in the meeting room, listener was actually adoring his beautiful wife, as the others brought their drone wives as well. So, all of you love the idea, huh? Absolutely positive. I couldn't agree more for the new law. I couldn't be more happier. All of them said as they hugged their beautiful drone wives. Some of them are the most powerful people. And after when the Stern ended up passing a law, when the original owner signed over to the law firm, everyone was utterly and positive of happiness towards this law. I gotta say, I thought none of you would end up accepting the law, but here we are. All the men end up laughing at it. I wouldn't be more happier to have my beautiful wife here, and who's gonna be the mother of my child. I'm naming him after you, listener. I'm very touched, Mr. and Mrs. Benson. Anywho, back to the matter at hand. Right. I managed to end up finding a couple of people who were trying to take down you. I managed to end up getting them captured with the upgraded drones that you and your wife here ended up giving us. The Benson family said as he ended up taking out a folder that had plans to annihilate listener and also Cyn, which actually turned out to be stupid. They really think that this plan will work? Please, Cyn here is more powerful than you believe. He pointed to Cyn, or pretty much gestured beautifully to his wife. Giggle. It's funny that they think they can destroy me. But know this, I can't be destroyed easily. We know. We saw how you can handle more missiles, more gunfire, more anything. When all hell's rain on you, you and keep on kicking. The Johnson's family said, as the rest of the others talked about the other people that tried to rebel against Listener. I think it was time that Listener ended up finishing this once and for all. Tomorrow morning, he said as he looked at the others at the table, I'm gonna end up live streaming or live on TV that whoever tries to rebel against me, he said as he ended up owning his server and getting human skull that he got from one of the people that tried to rebel, is gonna end up facing consequences more worse than death before crushing it. And just like that, tomorrow morning, everyone at the front of JC Jensen, as Lester ended up standing on stage, as cameras end up being ready, the staff end up signaling them that they're on, and next thing you know, every people who is watching television or hearing radio or seeing TVs from TV shows and watching as Lister stand up before them. My fellow drones and fellow humans, I stand upon you to end up telling you this warning, and you're gonna end up getting this only warning. he said angrily as one of the drones came with people chained up as they stand upon the stage with bags over their heads. These are the people that tried to rebel. Some of them even had to be the leaders of their own little group. And these 17 people are the leaders of that resistance. I have to say, I was utterly surprised that some of them tried to even have close to assassinate me, but in vain because of my wife finding out. Oh, Cindy, come up here and show your beautiful self. And Cyn did. She was in her Solver form, as everyone gasped while others admire how she is. A couple of them ended up whispering, "Man, she is beautiful. Whoa, our boss ended up having good taste. Whoa, she looks amazing." And didn't know that listener and Cyn heard about them whispering, and they smiled. Now, I'm just actually gonna end up giving you this warning. Seeing how these 17 rebel leaders had the audacity to try and to kill my wife, I think it's best that I demonstrate of what happens if you do. Cindy, she turned to her husband as listener smiled. It's dinner time. And just like that, Cyn ended up running crazy and ended up devouring each and every one of them. Some ended up getting split apart down the middle or across their torso. Others got their hearts burst out by her. And the other ones, well, Lister made sure that they had a chance to see the absolute madness, the embodiment of torture, and the devil himself as they end up killing themselves with their change. As they end up dying, everyone on TV or radio saw this, heard it, and all pretty much feared what will happen to them. After when Cyn was done, only one remained, and it was Max Lauren. Max Lauren was the head of the leader of the resistance, and Lister smiled. That's what happens when you mess with me. I'm leaving this last one to end giving the message to any rebellion who dares to still continue, that if you continue on, well, he smiled as he unsolver and lifting Max up in the air. I'm gonna making sure that no one will ever hear you scream. The last thing they heard or saw was Max's body separating it from his head, and only his head and his spine was left in the sky. I'll keep this as a trophy because of what he almost tried to do to me. Lister said as he unbuttoned his shirt to show a scar across his chest that Max almost got him. And know this, any more of resistance who dares to even come my way, I will end up having a pleasure of killing you all one by one if you do not surrender now. That is all, folks. Thank you. After that speech, news and everything went on laying wildfire, and also for the resistance, well, they're easily snitched out because some of them secretly like the drones that they've been in love with. And also what's more, all of them didn't want to have their same fate like they saw with the 17 rebellion leaders and Max, the one that had the worst. And since then, Lister smiled as he looked at the newspaper. Over 20 million people all never objected, and over 1,556 rebellions have been found. Some ended up surrendering, others had execution and their names now. As well as gonna end up seeing how far I can go. Indeed. Scratch that, my dear listener, turn to his beautiful wife. They're gonna see how far we can make this world a better place. per happily. I love you, my mighty king, and I love you the most, my magnificent wife that is purely a queen.